Many of you all think that the reason you aren't blowing up is because you don't have enough money for ads. And you think that if you just had $5,000 to blast your new video, everything would change. But you gotta stop lying to yourself. The thing is, more money usually just helps you fail faster. Might be a good thing, might be a bad thing, but if your song isn't already sticking for free, pouring money into it is like trying to start a fire with wet wood, plus you lose the money. But by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to validate your music for under $100 so you never waste a dime on trash recordings again, making the execs at Meta happy. My goal is to help you understand that data-driven validation and my 4-step testing sequence is the only key to unlocking the fan base that you want at the quality that you want. So number 1 is the 4-step testing method. Most artists think that the secret to blowing up is having a massive social media strategy and the budget to back it up. They think that if they just reach enough people, the song will hit. But here's the problem with using that method. What if the record is trash from the get-go? You see what I'm saying? Like, you're about to burn your life savings or whatever you saved from your job on a strategy for a song that hasn't even been vetted. And you could have saved all that effort, all that time, and those thousands of dollars if you got to that point by simply asking the right people first. I discovered that the most successful releases follow this 4-step sequence. And this isn't just about marketing, it's about gates. So you don't move to the next gate until the music proves it belongs there. Now, step 1, the 3 F's. Family, friends, and forums. So before you spend a dime, ask them to rate the music and the video concepts. If your inner circle and anonymous forums aren't feeling it, the general public definitely won't feel it either. You got a good litmus test here. Step 2 is the social media visualizer. A lot of you know how to do these already, but we're only going to start with 3 videos. What we're doing is we're testing here, so we don't want to get antsy. We're looking for value metrics. Is the watch time over 10 seconds? Are people sharing and saving? If yes, then we move to the next gate. Step 3 is about streaming and manual playlisting. So now we move to Spotify and Apple Music. Yes, we do have to release it, but don't buy bot playlists here. We want to manually email owners or put up a few dollars into reputable playlist tools. So if the listeners start picking it up naturally, we keep pushing. We're just testing, and this works for a lot of you all in the beginning. We're just seeing if people pick it up, if the playlists pick it up, great. If people start liking it, we got something. Step 4 is the tastemaker DJs. This is where it gets real, and you need to get the record to club, radio, internet, and college DJs. There are several types of DJs, so don't just think about one DJ. We got a lot of people, and I call these my sales associates, that we need to service these records to. So if you don't have these connects yet, start early. Go to listening sessions. Go to some showcases. Build some connections. This may take you a little bit longer to get to the DJ step, but if you can make it through the first 3, we're on and popping. So once the DJs pick it up and your social media watch time is climbing, that is when you finally pull the trigger on the marketing dollars, okay? This is gonna get you out of gear 1 here. So if you ignore this sequence and just pump dollars into content and ads first, then you're gonna end up as, one very disappointed, very broke artist. You'll have high budget visualizers that nobody watched twice and a bank account that's sitting at 0. All the savings gone. But when you follow this 4-step sequence, you ensure that your time, your money, your energy are all protected, and you're not gambling, you're investing. And if the 3 F's tell you that the song isn't ready, great. Well, you just saved $5,000 that you can now take back into the studio to make something even better. That's the whole point. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. Everybody doesn't have to make it to 4. But here's part 2, saving the money in your pocket. Now, how do you gain the absolute confidence to pour thousands of dollars into a release? Well, most of you all are going to struggle here because you are ego driven. That's the problem. So you believe that because you love the song, the public must love it too. And you treat your music like your baby, and you know what they say, no one thinks their baby is ugly. I mean, you're not gonna say, my baby ain't ugly. But here's the problem. Like, you're not the one that's buying the concert ticket or the vinyl. You're not even the one that's streaming. You're not even streaming your stuff. The public is. So if you push forward with your music without testing it first, you're essentially gambling on your own bias, which is stupid. And that's a very expensive way to find out that your song was trash. You know what I mean? Take this thing slow. The key to eradicating this ego trap is to adopt this under the radar testing method I just gave you a few seconds ago. Testing your music this way gives you the insurance that you need. And if you already have a fan base, you actually have a shortcut. You remove the marketing budget first and run it through the 3 F's, social media, the streaming services, and then the DJs. You know what I'm saying? Why would you do this? Because these outlets act as a filter. Plus, you really only need to service a record once it's sticking. Now, obviously, when you get better and you learn, you can take a chance a little bit more the bigger you get, because you really don't have much time to go through the forums and stuff like that, but you can start testing immediately on social media. I get it. There's levels to the game, but a lot of you all watching this are just starting. But when you get a yes from a DJ or an honest rating from a forum, that isn't just a compliment. Understand, it's market validation. It shifts your mindset from, I hope this works, to, I know this is going to work. That shift is what allows you to spend money with zero hesitation. So now we've got our confidence built here. And if you don't kill your ego and follow this validation process, you will become the artist who blames the algorithm for your failure. And really, it was your fault you didn't test. But if you do it right, if you put the data before your ego, you gain the confidence of a CEO. You'll be able to look at a $2,000 ad spend not as a risk, but as an investment. And you'll know exactly which songs are going to hit before you even release them, ensuring that your energy and your money are always working for you and not against you. So far we've covered the 4-step testing sequence and how to build unbreakable confidence by killing the ego here. But this next part is where most of you guys will kind of lose your ROI. So like, you have the song, you have the confidence, but you lack the specific tools to execute. So we're going to go over that. Stay with me. Side note, if you need a strong business foundation to run your record label on with doing all of this testing, grab my 60-day record label system, get that foundation built so when the money comes in, you ain't got to struggle to build it later. Now, here we go. Skills to pay the bills. If you have the idea that you need a $10,000 marketing budget just to start testing, understand many artists paralyze themselves because they think they need a high-end cinema camera and a professional editor and a massive PR firm before they even can, see if a song is good. And they think money is the barrier. But the truth is, you can run this entire testing phase for less than $1,000, and even less if you already own an iPhone. I'm talking about, we're starting at the bare minimum. And it doesn't take much for you to do this right, okay? First, you need your 3 Fs, obviously the family, the friends, and the forum. So you want to use active forums to get real unbiased ratings before you move an inch. You don't necessarily want to pay for the song reviewers here yet, but you can if you so choose to. Now, when it comes to content, you want to start with an iPhone or something like a Sony ZV-1F, which is exactly what I'm using right here and you're watching this on, with the stock lens, okay? The gear doesn't really matter, but the art of the hook does. So you have to learn how to grab them in the first 1 to 3 seconds before switching to the song. And remember, we're checking for value metrics: watch time, shares, and saves. We don't care about views and likes. Those are vanity metrics that don't pay bills. They really are. They don't do us any service. So when you're ready for playlists, you can use something like Playlist Supply. It's a great tool to manually find good playlists so you can reach out on your own. Now, we aren't heavily marketing music yet. We're just checking for traction. So that's why I'm suggesting them before something like a playlist push or whatever. Finally, you want to reach out to the DJs. You'll need a DJ service pack for this. You can join my community to learn how to build one. Reach out via DM or email, but be professional and introduce yourself first. But it doesn't get any easier than that. If you can't learn how to hook people in your videos, your songs, and even your emails, this might not be the career for you, so you have to learn the art of hooking. But if you can't get creative and shoot a video for less than $100, which is what I told you in the beginning, with an iPhone, then this might not be the career for you, because the creativity is what's going to matter. Because when we pile on the money and the better gear, if you can't understand that art of hooking, then it's not going to matter. And if you can't send an email or an Instagram DM, hell, you can even get AI to write the thing for you. But if you can't even do that, just give up, man. Let it go. Let it go, bruh. However, when you get this right, though, it takes maybe 2 weeks to finish testing. A month if you're moving slow. But in that month, you will have saved a ton of money and a massive amount of time before you ever press go on a real budget. You see? Trying to help you out. But at the end of the day, if you want to run your business a smart way, this is how you do it. You test, you validate, and then you scale. There's no more guessing here. I'm tired of the guessing. We can't do no more guessing. You ain't got no more money to waste. You know what I'm saying? So write down your current marketing budget. Seriously, what do you have to invest? You need to get real with that number, all right? Ask yourself, do I have data that proves that this song is worth the budget that I just wrote down, or am I just guessing? Because the goal is to truly understand what a fan base desires and how you shape your releases for maximum consumption. based on the budget that you got. The real question isn't should you do this, it's how much longer can you afford not to test your music before you pour the gas on the fire, if you got one. Now, if you need help with devising a strategy, book a call with me or join our group strategy calls every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time inside the Music Moneymakers community. You can click below to join right now today. Now, you might say, well, this feels like it's too much work, man. All you have to do is follow I gave you 4 steps. Well, I don't have a DJ service pack, man. Join the community. I told you what to do. Join the community. I'll show you how to make one, how to build one. It ain't hard. What if everyone says the song is trash? Well, then you just save $5,000. Go back to the studio and get better. That's really the problem. Let me go on a soapbox. Back in the day, you had to be in the studio or on the scene to know that you were worthy and ready. Simply because if you weren't on the scene, you weren't going to get heard. Now you can hide behind your computer and nobody necessarily has to validate anything. You can just put it out and it's out. But if nobody's gravitating towards it, then you know it sucks. You see what I'm saying? But you, in the day, back in 2005, and that's crazy that it's back in the day, someone would have to tell you that you sucked. You would have to get hit in, if you were a producer, you were going to producer meetups and listening to other tracks and realizing that you weren't all that good. Or songwriter meetups and realizing you weren't that good. Or just being in the studio and realizing this is why I ain't writing a hit record yet. You see what I'm saying? Now, I know that you're gonna watch quite a few YouTube videos on this topic because rollouts are a big thing, but you know, a $0 bank account, the crushing weight of what if and the feeling of being a failure. Like, you have a choice. You can be a gambler hoping for a miracle or a CEO executing a plan. That's your choice. I'm giving you options here. Before this video, you might have been struggling with a lack of a testing sequence and an ego that probably was going to burn your cash anyway, plus a lack of the right tools. But now you have the means to become the music business CEO you've always wanted to be, at least so you can make some side income, and at least you can get those records tested and validated. But Music Moneymakers, if you make some music, you should always make money. Log on to musicmoneymakeover.com. Grab the 60-day record label system, book a call with me, join the Music Moneymakers community, grab the free stuff right over here and watch this grab the free stuff over here, watch this next video right over here, save your career, and I'll see you next time. Peace.